Good afternoon, students. See, students, we have already started our chapter, The Rat Trap. Very categorically, I told you that it has two main themes. One is I told you that the world has been compared with rat trap. Why? Already it has been explained. See, students, 6-mark question from this, that why the narrator called, or why did the paddler, the rat trap seller, the vagabond. I told you he has been called with different names in the chapter, so you don't have to be confused ki who the vagabond is or who the paddler is, right? So why the paddler or the say narrator has compared the world to a rat trap. This was very categorically and clearly explained yesterday, and how this fellow, the rat trap seller, how he used to get his raw material for making the rat traps can be one 2-mark question. Then also I told you that in spite of the fact that he sold rat traps, begging and petty thievery were also his source of survival or source of livelihood. Right? Now we continue our chapter from here. The world had, of course, never been very kind to him, so it gave him unwanted joy, unusual joy to think ill of it in this way. It became a very cherished, very nice pastime of his during many dreary ploddings to think of people he knew who had let themselves be caught in the dangerous snare, or and of others who were still circling around the bait. Yes, again, here just underline these two words. First is your dreary ploddings, right? Now again, your dreary plodding is again plodding is a trudging, plodding, swag. These are all the ways of movement, the ways of walking. So plodding also is way of walking. uh, when you drag your feet and walk, that is called plodding. Here it is. Here the rat trap seller, how he used to walk has been described, that during his many dreary, very dull, boring, plodding, walking, he used to think ill of people. Here, to think ill of people means to think bad of people, and he knew who had let themselves be caught in, and he used to think that barring himself, everybody is caught in this rat trap. All the human beings are attracted towards all the natural things, all the beauties of life, and so they are all trapped in this world. And he used to think that he himself is not trapped. Okay, and this somehow made him gave him inner happiness, and he used to think that he is out of all this. He's not trapped in this world. Again, I will read this paragraph, try and understand. The world had, of course, never been very kind to him, so it gave him pleasure, unwanted, unusual joy to think ill, to think bad of it in this way. It became a very nice pastime. Cherished pastime means he used to think bad of other people and he used to like it. Right? It was his one of the favorite pastimes. So cherished pastime means the best, how he used to pass his time by thinking bad about other people during many dreary plodding, dull walking, and to think of people he knew, means whom he was aware of, those who were known to him. So to think of people he knew who had let themselves be caught in this dangerous trap, in this dangerous snare. Snare here means the trap, and of others who were still circling around that bait. Bait, I told you, all the beautiful things of life is considered as bait in the same manner as whatever food item is kept in the rat trap for rats. So that is also bait, right? Now the story moves on. One dark evening, as he was trudging, see students, there is one more word for walking. Okay, so one evening when he was trudging, trudging is again walking in a very dull manner as if one is very tired. Okay, one dark evening as he was trudging, so underline this word, trudging is walking as if it appears the person who is walking is very dull, very weary, very tired. So he was trudging along the road. He caught sight of a little grey small cottage, small hut by the roadside. So he saw just a hut when he was walking, trudging on the road, and he knocked on the door. Though he did not know who inside the hut was, still he knocked on the door to ask shelter for the night. See, students, again, here in this paragraph also you may get a 2 mark question. He was a stranger to any XYZ who was living in that particular cottage, particular hut. Still, he knocked the door to ask shelter for the night. So, now just imagine and think that if some stranger knocks your door and asks for night shelter, is it allowed? Or will we allow anyone, any stranger, uh, to come inside our house and spend one night? Simply no. Because obviously we will be wary of the fact that the person is a stranger. He could be a robber, he could be a thief, he could be a dacoit, he could murder us, he could kill us, he or she can do anything. But here something different happened, right? So when he knocked on the door to ask for shelter for the night, now try and understand, nor was he refused. Means he was given the permission to enter into the hut, he was not refused. Instead of the sour faces which ordinarily met him, the owner, who was an old man without wife or child, was happy to get someone to talk to in his loneliness. Now, again, the question is ki, why was he allowed? And who allowed him inside the hut? This is the answer, that inside the hut a man lived who was all lonely because he did not have wife or children. So because he did not have without, he was living there all alone without wife or child. So he himself was glad that somebody was there to spend one night with him in his cottage, so that he can uh, talk to someone, he can spend time with someone in his loneliness. So, this man, the owner of the hut, owner of that cottage, was suffering from loneliness. He was leading a very boring life, very lonely life. And so, when this rat trap seller knocked at his door, he was welcomed. Okay, so I hope that the answer is clear to you, that why he was given shelter in that particular cottage, because the old man who was the owner of the cottage was all lonely. He had no wife, no child, and that is why, to overcome his loneliness, he allowed him. One more line that you have to pay attention towards, that he was not refused instead of the sour faces. Means earlier also, if the question comes that had he, was it the first time that he had knocked at somebody's door for night shelter? No. Which line shows that? Because instead of the sour faces which ordinarily met him, means Earlier also he had tried this, but he had met sour faces of refusal. He was not at all allowed. So he had met sour faces which ordinarily met him. The owner, who was an old man without wife or child, was happy to get someone to talk to him in his loneliness. Immediately, now what was the reaction of the owner of the cottage? Immediately, he put the porridge. Porridge is that the dalia in Hindi, okay? So instead of that porridge, immediately he put the porridge on the fire, means he started cooking for himself and his guest. Who was the guest? The rat trap seller. So immediately he put the porridge pot on the fire and gave him supper, gave him dinner to eat. Then he carved off, here carved means cut off a big slice from his tobacco roll, that it was enough both for the stranger's pipe for smoking and for his own. So this is the answer of the question if comes, that how was this rat trap seller treated in that cottage. See, students, be very careful, because many students they get confused, because when we move in this story, this man again visits one iron master, and students they get confused. Question when is asked about iron master's house, some students they write how he spent his night in the cottage, and sometimes opposite, the vice versa happens, that when the question is asked on how the rat trap seller spent his night, or how was he treated in the cottage, they write how he was treated at the ironmaster's house. So be very attentive. He was given porridge to eat for supper, tobacco to smoke. Finally he got out an old pack of cards, also means he pack of cards for playing, and played Meolis. Meolis is a game of card with his guest until bedtime. So these are the three things that they did: had supper, smoked, and then played game of Meolis. Now let us move on to the next paragraph. The old man was just as generous. Who is this old man? The owner of the cottage. He was as generous with his confidences as with his porridge and tobacco. Underline this. This again will be a 6 mark question, 2 mark question. That this man, he was very generous, uh, a good host. So he not only shared his porridge and tobacco, but also his confidences. See, students, here confidences means his secrets, means what secrets he had. Now, what secret did he discuss with this fellow is very important for you to understand. So, the old man was just very generous with his secrets, with his confidences, as with his porridge and tobacco. The guest was informed at once, underline that in his days of prosperity, means when he used to earn a lot, when he was prospered, wealth wise, money wise, his host had been a crofter at Ranso Ironworks. Means this fellow who was the owner of the cottage, where did he used to work? Means now he is not working there. He used to work at Ramso Ironwork and had worked on the land. Now that he was no longer able to do day labor, means he was getting old, so now he could not put in that much of hard work. So now that he was no longer able to do day labor, it was his cow which supported him. So what was his source of income? Now, initially he used to work in Ramso Ironworks. Now he supports himself with the help of a cow. Yet he says that the bossy was extraordinary, means the cow was very extraordinary. She could give milk for the creamery, means he used to supply the milk for a creamery where cream used to be made every day. And last month he had received all 30 krona. Krona is, that currency of Sweden. And last he had received all the 30 kroner in payment. Look, students, he has given shelter to a stranger, one thing. That was okay, fine, good, as far as humanity is concerned. But not only that, he is also sharing how much money he has in his house, in his hut. So what is he is doing blunder here? He is just inviting him. He look, I have this much of money with me. Means you are free to rob it, steal it. The stranger must have seemed very incredulous. Means when he informed that, look, I have 30 kroners with me, the stranger, that means the rat trap seller, he just gave an expression as if it is unbelievable. Underline this word, incredulous. Incredulous means unbelievable. So he says he gave an expression that this man who was living in a cottage could not earn 30 kroners. So he seemed incredulous for the old man. Now, what did he do? The stranger must have seemed incredulous, for the old man got up, went to the window, took down a leather pouch which hung on a nail in the window frame, and picked out those three wrinkled 10 kroner bills. Means he showed him the money also. These he held up before the eyes of his guest, nodding knowingly, and then stuffed that money back into the pouch. Means the pouch where it was hanging, he took that notes, showed it to him that you don't believe it that I have this money. See, I have this money, and then again he stuffed that money in the pouch. Next day, both men got up in good season, means in good health. The crofter was in a hurry to milk his cow, and the other man probably thought that he should not stay in bed when the head of the house, when the owner of the house had gotten up. They left the cottage at the same time. The crofter locked the door and put the key in his pocket. The man with his rat trap said goodbye and thank you, and thereupon each went on his own way. The rat trap seller had left. This man, the cottage owner, Crofter, he is called as Crofter, he also left. But here is the twist in the story, students. Be careful. After half an hour later, the rat trap peddler stood again before the door. Which door? The door of the cottage. He did not try to get in. However, he went up to the window, smashed a window pane, stuck in his hand. He put his hand inside that window. Through the window, he put his hand inside the hut rather, and got hold of that pouch with the 30 krona. Means what is he doing? He has stolen that money. He took the money and thrust it into his own pocket. He just put that money into his own pocket. Then he hung the leather pouch very carefully back in its place and went up. See, and till now he was thinking that others are caught in the rat trap, others are attracted towards the bait. What he had done, was also attracted towards those 30 kronas, isn't it? So as he walked along with the money in his pocket, he felt quite pleased, very happy with his smartness. Smartness of what? Smartness that he stole those 30 kronas and was uncaught, was not caught. And he felt as if he was very smart. See, students, in real life also it happens that when you do something wrong and you think that you are not caught, you feel as if you are very smart. But it should not be, because time comes when the wrong deeds, they itself disclose that you have done it, right? So it is just a matter of time. Similar things happens with him also as the story proceeds. So as he walked along with the money in his pocket, he felt quite pleased with his smartness. He realized, of course, that at first he did not continue on the public highway. Yes, student, again 2 mark question. After stealing that money, why didn't he take that public highway, means the public road? Or obviously for the because of fear of being caught. So what did he do? He realized, of course, that at first he dare not continue on the public highway, but must turn off the road into the woods. Means he should take the path from the forest. Woods here means forest. During the first hours, this caused him no difficulty. Later in the day, it became worse, for it was a very big and confused forest which he had entered into, which he had gotten into. He tried to be sure to walk in a definite direction, but the path twisted back and forth so strangely. He walked and walked without coming to the end of the wood. Wood again is forest, and finally he realized that he had only been walking around in the same part of the forest. All at once he recalled his thought about the world and the rat trap. Now his own turn had come. Own turn of what? To be trapped in the rat trap. This is what he's saying. Now it was his own turn. Because he was attracted toward that bait of 30 krona, now he is trapped in the. So he realized it. When did he realize it? When he was caught in the forest. Initially, he took the forest to escape from being caught. Later on, as he kept walking in the forest was so dense. See, students, in the mid of the forest, it is very difficult to come out because you do not know which direction to follow, and there is to some extent only at the edges of the forest there are beaten path. I hope you understand, when even the grass and ground, when somebody walks in a particular lane and keep on walking in that particular lane, that path become beaten, even the grass does not grow there. But in forest, to some extent, there is only beaten path, and then there is only thickets, there are only trees, grass, and it is totally thick, no path. So he was caught. And then he realized that he himself was trapped in the rat trap. So he walked and walked without coming to the end of the wood, and finally he realized that he had been walking around in the same part of the forest. All at once he recalled his thoughts about the world and the rat trap. Now his own turn had come. Underline this hint. His own turn of what? Own turn of being caught in the rat trap. The whole forest with its trunks, means tree trunks, branches, its thickets again, that plants that grow, you can call it jhadi type, and fallen logs of wood closed in upon like him, like an impenetrable prison. Impenetrable, that cannot be penetrated. Just underline this. Impenetrable prison means you cannot come out of it, you cannot penetrate it. So it was just like as if he was caught in a prison, and the prison of which the key he did not have, it cannot be penetrated, right? And yes, so imprint from which he could never escape. And then what happens, we will continue tomorrow, students. Up to this, I will give you reference to context, so go through this chapter line wise and listen to this audio and video of mine also. And when you are listening, keep the text always, right? Okay, students.